Unity among ethnic groups crucial to overcome Turkey's effort to integrate Manipur, says MLA KH Bomja. Hello, you're watching ISTV English News. I'm Jay Shoinam, giving you the news in detail. MLA of Lamlai Assembly Constituency KH Ibomja has exhorted for unity among the indigenous communities in order to overcome the efforts made by cookies to disintegrate Manipur. He made the remark during the back-to-school program held at Gangu Chingjin Kulen Primary School. Under Manipur State Rural Livelihood Mission, Tomtin VLF Gangu Chingjin organized the back-to-school program. Former member of Telochana, Saijang Jila Parishad, A. Jamini, and former Pradhan, Dakhil Gram Panchayat, M. Ningthem too attended the program. Further speaking, MLA Ibomja also called for concerted efforts to revive the economy of the state.
Manipur Santi Lakpa Hebse, Karamkanda Santi Lakatake Haibu, Kanariba, Aniko, Singi, Kanariba Sinduga, Koi Tamgi Lady Koiga, Anise, Hazana Bhatan, Paminera, Koi Kanasina Vazina, Apapurokte, Koi Punmota, Wababi, Aramasitunga Resi, Kanana Lan Givano, Kanana Sum Givano, Habido, Kautunga Resi, Amana Bogunga Resi, Haiba, Siki Yana Vazima, head Akon Mitu the Never, Manipur Sabsabatang Lulitaba, Ma Hainalak Tracy.
Many have raised concern whether minors are being misused in the illegal drug trafficking in the state. 2 juveniles along with contraband ganja, marijuana, weighing about 6.7 kg were intercepted at Imphal International Airport on Sunday by Manipur police under the jurisdiction of Singjamai Police Station. The arrested minors have been produced before the Juvenile Justice Board JJB. It may be mentioned that with wide plantation of poppy and owing to the unrest in Myanmar, export of illegal drugs have increased, and it is suspected that minors have been dragged in the illegal drug trade. Secretary of Khunai Semgatlup, Ngaikong Sifai, Huidrom Roman, has cautioned that the irate residents will launch intense form of agitation if the authority fails to repair the road stretching from Ngaikong Sifai, Awang, PHSC to Mamang Community Hall and another road stretching from Laibung to MDS Tank. A public meeting was held by Khunai Semgatlup at Khunai Semgatlup, and following the meeting, the secretary of Khunai Semgatlup, Ngaikong Sifai, made the statement to the media persons. Huidrom Roman further stated that, owing to the negligence of the Ngaikong Kulen Gram Panchayat, Jila Parishad, and local MLA, the roads have been deteriorated badly that it has become difficult for the commuters to use the road. Moreover, the roads have become accident-prone area and nearby residents have developed respiratory illness from the dust, he said. Huidrom Roman also mentioned that the organization will be submitting a memorandum to the governor to address the grievance. Convener of Imphal Cycle Road Joint Development Committee ISRJDC, Tonjam Somorjit, announced indefinite roadblock of Imphal Cycle Road. Speaking to media persons at the office of Pangay Yangdong Youth Development Association PYYDA, Somorjit further stated that the committee has submitted a memorandum to the governor on November 22nd, and on December 8, a white sit-in protest was also held. If the authority continues to neglect the plight of the locals, they warn of launching indefinite roadblock from December 24th.
Lagliba December gi tang kunga mari dagi Imphal Cycle Road si total shutdown tawjaragani masida lamong dagi horga letam pok pibauda leibiriba club sing lenana maira pebi sing CSO sing auto service toriba gari service toriba koi praja miyamna sogapiduna apun ba khulausi laubuda koi saruk yamina si haina thamjage December gi tang kunga mari sida koi total shutdown tawasida praja miyamna warabsuwana kitang khaminaduna yamna khudung thiraba lambi si phananabagi koi black topping thabiduna mating leina lambi ma chananaba koi masida koi pandam sangjamina se wafam thamjage.
Karkinos Healthcare Manipur achieved a rare feat, conducting a successful operation for a complicated case of rectum cancer with metastatic to liver for the first time in Manipur. A 56-year-old male patient from Imphal West was diagnosed as CA cancer of rectum with metastatic to liver at Karkinos Healthcare Jennings campus, Imphal East. It was reported that it was a case of segment 8 liver metastasis as described by imaging, and the operation took almost 4 hours and the patient was successfully discharged on 21st December with stable condition. The operation is said to be the first time in Manipur of its kind, which was performed by surgical oncologist Dr. Sapam Opendro, assisted by consultant surgical anesthetist Dr. Gina Konsam. Celebrating its Foundation Day, Friendship Organization Moirang FOM planted saplings at the road median of Moirang Sendra Road. President of FOM, Maibam Noren, Secretary of FOM, Hemam Deven, and member Dr. Kumar Prafulo too were present of the tree plantation drive. Secretary of FOM, Hemam Deven, highlighted the main vision of FOM, which is to maintain the environmental surrounding of Moirang clean and green. He also said since its establishment, FOM has planted saplings and even conducted social service in various parts of Moirang.
Mamangda koigi LDA department ta Central Road ki nakanda paisiliba pundi sing asi sengdo oina koi che sengdo matung sida madu koi leichara si Friendship Organization ki First Foundation ka mari leina thajabani mathang chahi dadi koi thabak oina koi utlakanda koi ki sakhi oiba haiba tare panghai da haido khraga koi thabak tawdragadi kana dabnina koi matam du da thabak tuna ucharake.
Now we have the national news. The Ministry of Civil Aviation has shot a detailed report from Air India after one of its flight, AI-887, developed a technical issue shortly after takeoff, while also directing the Directorate General of Civil Aviation, DGCA, to conduct a thorough investigation into the incident. The ministry said the aircraft landed safely and emphasized that passenger safety remains its top priority, instructing the airline to provide all necessary assistance and accommodate affected passengers on subsequent flights. Meanwhile, dense fog disrupted transport services across the national capital region today, with an official from Delhi airport telling a news agency that around 10 flights were cancelled due to low visibility at Indira Gandhi International Airport. The Delhi division of Indian Railways reported that the movement of several Delhi-bound trains was also affected, with about 17 trains delayed by more than 3 hours. The India Meteorological Department has forecast moderate fog conditions till forenoon and shallow fog during the night. The government has clarified that there is no immediate threat to the ecology of the Aravalli Range, asserting that ongoing afforestation efforts, eco-sensitive zone notifications, and strict monitoring of mining and urban activities are ensuring its protection. Addressing a press conference, Union Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav said the Supreme Court's 100-meter ruling is being misinterpreted and urged people not to spread misinformation about the Aravallis. He said the total area of the Aravalli Range is about 1.47 lakh square kilometers, of which mining is permitted in only 0.19%, while nearly 90% of the area falls under protected zones with no relaxations. The minister reiterated that mining is completely banned in Delhi's Aravalli Hills and noted that the Supreme Court has recently accepted the recommendations of a ministry committee on defining the Aravalli Hill ranges, under which hills lower than 100 meters will not be recognized as part of the ancient range. Now we have the international news. In Australia, the New South Wales Parliament was recalled today for a special session to pass what the government has described as the strictest gun and protest laws in a generation, following a deadly terrorist attack at Bondi Beach on December 14, 2025. In the incident, a father and son inspired by the Islamic State opened fire at the Hanukkah festival, killing 15 people and injuring dozens. In response, the proposed legislation seeks to cap firearm ownership at 4 guns per person, with a limit of 10 for primary producers such as farmers, reduce license renewal periods to every 2 years, and ban high-capacity belt-fed magazines. The government is also seeking expanded powers to allow the police commissioner to ban public protests for up to 3 months after a terror incident and prohibit the display of extremist symbols. While supporters say the measures are essential to ensure public safety, critics have raised concern about potential overreach and impacts on lawful gun owners and the right to peaceful protests. India and New Zealand today announced the successful conclusion of a historic and ambitious free trade agreement (FTA) with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his New Zealand counterpart Christopher Luxon making the announcement following a telephonic conversation. The negotiations initiated during Luxon's visit to India in March were completed in a record 9 months, reflecting strong political will on both sides. The FTA is expected to significantly deepen bilateral economic engagement by enhancing market access, boosting investment flows, and strengthening strategic cooperation while creating new opportunities for businesses, farmers, MSMEs, students, and youth in both countries. Expressing confidence in the agreement's potential, the two leaders said it would help double bilateral trade over the next 5 years and facilitate $20 billion in investment from New Zealand into India over the next 15 years. They also welcome progress in other areas of cooperation, including sports, education, and people-to-people ties, and reaffirmed their commitment to further strengthening the India-New Zealand partnership. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Unity among ethnic groups crucial to overcome Cookie's efforts to disintegrate Manipur, says MLA KH Ibomchao. That's all we have in this bulletin. Keep watching ISTV News.